Playing with my necklace. Hey, y'all. Hey, Phoenixes. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, sorry about the cicadas, y'all. They, I guess, are going to be our co-creators with us this afternoon. Hello, darlings. Hello, hello, and welcome to another installment of Wisdom Wednesdays. Brought to you here by ReDYLF and me, Daniela Langford, your soul sovereignty coach, specialist, guide, whatever you want to call me. But basically, it's all about taking your power back and owning your value as a unique piece of divinity. So, speaking of which, tonight is going to be definitely on one of those topics. This is something that's been coming up again a lot lately, particularly in the last couple of weeks as we have had most of our solar system in retrograde. Holy crap, most of our solar system is in retrograde right now, so this is something that's big that's happening for people. And also, we just went through a huge lunar eclipse, in addition to the solar eclipse we had earlier this month. So things have been topsy-turvy for a lot of people, a lot of my students, a lot of my clients, a lot of you here in the group. I have noticed everybody's getting a little topsy-turvy. So tonight I wanted to come to you with one of my favorite things is about being empathic, being an empath, and being an empath unchained. What does that mean? What's that all about? What is life like after you get unchained? Hey, Miss April, good to see you, love. So glad you made it. What's that life look like, and how can you work your way and manage to do it? So, really briefly, just a quick overview for those of you who are new to this kind of world and may not, or sharing this video may later on, seeing it on YouTube or something like that. Empaths, basically, just a very basic description, we'll call basic description of an empath, is someone who is able to, and this is a natural inborn ability that everybody has, though some of us are born with it turned on a little stronger than others. Like myself, this was basically turned on up to 100 since birth. So you can imagine how fun that is. I'm sure some of you are in the same boat. But it is an ability that you are able to, without logic, a logical reason, you are able to walk into a room and read the temperature of the room. You are able to go up to somebody and understand that they are upset, even if they are trying to hide that they are. You can tell when people are lying to you. You have an ability to feel what other people are feeling as if it were your own. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful tool and a wonderful gift. However, for those of us who are wandering around the world not realizing that we're empaths, or realizing that we're empaths and not knowing how to work with it, which is one of the hugest things that I run across, because everyone's like, oh yeah, I understand that I'm empathic. So now what, Daniela? I'm like, great, okay, so now what? We've gotten to the so now what. So now what is that we begin to use this ability to help us navigate our world. So generally, when we come in as empaths, or you can train this ability, just like being psychic, just like mediumship, just like anything else going into the Akashic Records, just like astral traveling. All of this kind of stuff is innate to the human spiritual experience. Everybody has access to it. Everybody can do it. However, it's just a matter of how much of it was turned on at birth, so how much of it did you come in already activated with, and how much of it have you worked towards building, okay? So there are some aspects that, in my journey, for instance, like I really gravitate towards tarot. Tarot really reads really well for me. Runes, on the other hand, April says I'm in training for all of it. Absolutely, me too, and you are in the right place. Runes, on the other hand, tarot, yay. Runes, oh my god, it's like reading Chinese. No offense, but I mean, as the point goes, it's like it looks like a completely foreign language, and it just does not translate well for me. So, for instance, that mode of communication between the spirit world and our physical world, that was something that came in very naturally for me. Empathy, empathicness is this other thing. A lot of other things came along with it too. I was seeing my dead cats when I was a little kid. That blows the lid off of a lot of things. I never could quite get into church for some reason. I don't know why. Right? Don't get me wrong, I love being in churches. They got some wild, fun energy in there. So when you're empathic, once you've realized you're empathic, once you've realized you have this ability, and you go, okay, so I can feel other people's feelings. That's great. Actually, it sucks Because anytime my spouse, brother, sister, boyfriend, whoever, best friend, boss, co-workers, everybody, anytime anybody is pissed, or anytime anybody is being hyper judgmental or hypercritical, or list the ways, I feel it as if it were my own. And I know I don't feel that way. So what is going on? What can I do about it? These are the things that people come to me with. So you've realized that you can feel other people's feelings. And when it is chained, we'll use the same thing as Empaths Unchained, but chained, you don't realize that you have the ability to use this as a tool in your toolbox. Hey, Miss Courtney, good to see you, lovely. It's a tool in your toolbox, but when it's chained up, when we don't know how to use it, or when we don't know how to use it appropriately, and I say appropriately not in a judgmental way, but as in to our highest benefit, it basically just runs loose, and you go and you just kind of, read off of this person and then you feel like this, and you read off of this person and you feel like this, and you take that into yourself, and then that changes your vibration, your rate of vibration, and brings you down to their level. That is kind of the trap of being an empath. And so many of you have probably fallen into this trap. Don't get me wrong, I've been there so much. Basically up until about 8 years ago. Right? And actually, I'm still always working on it, because, universe always provides you with a little bit more challenge than you had before, especially if you are working on your homework. So you've come to this realization that you're an empath, and you go, okay, I can walk into a room and read the crowd. However, I've noticed that, these people, right, they affect me to the point where I lose my happiness, to the point where I lose my light being around these people. What do I do? Is there anything I can do? Yes, there's absolutely all the things that you can do. And so tonight, that's what I want to share a little bit with you about. So you've realized that you're an empath, and you go, so how do I use this? It is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Ooh, message. It is a wonderful tool, because that ability allows you to read people. I cannot tell you how useful this is with my little evil Loki grin. Right? Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted, I got a lot of Loki in here. So, I came being born with a lot of Loki, so that's been a personal fight in and of itself. But it's a tool that you can use to read people, and once you realize that you have this ability and that it is affecting you, because what you're doing is you're going out and with your energetic feelers, it's like, imagine you look like a giant amoeba. I know it's not sexy to look, but your energy field, right? It's all out here. Actually, it's about, well, it goes on forever, but science can actually record it at about 8 to 10 feet now, which is pretty cool. And it's all generated by your heart. Not your brain, your heart. Super cool, right? God, I love science. I love the science behind the magic. Always love that shit. Always loving know how the magic trick works. It never kills it for me. I love it. So, you got your energy field, and as an empath, what your energy field does is it goes out and it reaches out to people and things. This works with pets as well. Those of you who know exactly what your pets want. Those of you who know exactly what your babies want when they're crying, even though they're so infant that you couldn't possibly know otherwise. You're empathic. Your energy field goes out, and you start touching on people, go, okay, what's this person feeling? Do I need to perceive any danger or change any behavior because of this person? How about this person? This person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Well, what happens is that because we so often are not recognizing what we are doing, and that it is something we are doing, unconsciously, because we're not aware that we can indeed control it. You can. I know. So, it's like I can hear you guys. It's hysterical. I love it. So, you're feeling out there with your feelers, but then we take on that energy vibration in our attempt to heal the situation, diffuse the situation, empathize with the situation. We bring our energy level and our vibrational field down to match them. Not using our energy field to stay high and bring them up with us, should they so choose. That is the difference between an empath chained and an empath unchained. When you are able to recognize that you do, every moment of every day, go around with all your little spirit feelers, testing stuff, touch, 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 you can recognize that you walk into a room with that angsty ass boss you have, right? And then all of a sudden you start like feeling sick to your stomach, and then you just start hating on your job, and it's like, and you walked in there just like a bundle of sunshine, and then 30 seconds later you like want to kick it in the can. You realize this is happening, and you go, oh, wait, maybe this isn't me. That is one of the most important questions you can ask yourself as an empath, as anyone on a spiritual journey, as anybody doing anything having to do in the spirit realm. Oops, sorry. Anything having to do anything in the spirit realm, ask yourself the question. This is something I pass on to my students. This is something that I tell everybody. Because when I had it passed down to me, it changed my world. It is this mine? That is one of the most important questions you can be asking yourself as you go throughout this journey. You walk into the room, your boss is really, angsty, and all of a sudden you're really angsty, and you just are like, what the hell just happened? I was fine 2 seconds ago. Stop. Just you don't even have to, take yourself out of the situation. Like, you don't even have to remove yourself from the room. You can just go, oh, wait. Like in your head, oh, wait. Is this mine? Your body, your subconscious, your intuition, that thing that is divinely connected at all times, will answer you back. And the more you talk to it, the more you will answer it back. Or it will answer you back, I should say. It's like working with a pendulum or anything else. The more you work with it, the stronger of a signal you're going to get, because you are bolstering the signal the more you interact with it. So anytime you walk into these situations, family reunions, going into work, just anything, kids' soccer game, whatever, okay? And you were feeling fine, and then all of a sudden you walk into the room and you feel like shit. Stop and ask yourself the question, is this mine? 99.9999999% of the time, it's not going to be yours. And this applies to so many things when it comes to our spiritual practice and the kind of communications and downloads and all kinds of stuff that we receive through our energy field. So much of it is not even ours. So much of it is stuff that we have taken on, and then not only taken on, we've integrated it into our body. Because if it starts out here and you don't do anything about it, it moves a little further. And you starts out here and you don't do anything about it, it moves a little further. And if it stays out there and you still don't do anything about it, it becomes part of your physical being. Ah! I know. That's where a lot of chronic illnesses, inflammations, all of these things are coming from, because it is our body's attempt at integration of a thing that it doesn't want to integrate. So it causes inflammation. It causes illness, dis-ease, diseases. I know. Think about that in your life. Take a second and just think about all the places in your life, all the places in your body that you hurt, all the, the chronic things that you've got going on, panic attacks, migraines, depression, like chronic knee pains, and, all of this. 99.99999% of it is not yours. And that's the great news. Because if it's not yours, you don't have to hold on to it anymore. And that is also another next level step of being an empath unchained, is going and recognizing where in your subroutines, if we're using a computer model, where in your subroutines, where in that subconscious, where in your programming is that from somebody else? This is something I work with my clients and my students with all the time, is going in there, going into the subroutines and going, wait, where the fuck did I get this from? I don't need to live my life like this. Where did I get this from? Oh, oh my God, that, it came from, when my mom said this thing to me one time, and like, she was such a fearful person, or this, or this, or this, she was really just trying to protect me in the only way she knew how, but at the time, and that was the only way she knew how, but now, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, that advice doesn't really apply, so why am I still running it as part of my operating system? I know. April says I've been clearing it out. Absolutely, and that is a huge monumental job, and you need to take a moment and congratulate yourself. My brain download is talking faster than my mouth can keep up with. Sorry, y'all. This happens sometimes. When you get one-on-one with me, you'll notice sometimes that this happens. I get into download mode, and it's like... and I have to kind of slow myself down so that I can make sure to get all the words out fairly eloquently. Hey, Miss Tara, haven't seen you in a long time, babe. So, when it comes down to it, as an empath, you have control over your empathic nature. I know that maybe in this moment, it might not seem like it. Hey, Tara. It might not seem like it. Let's see. April says, thank you, the video is doing it too. Yes, it is, yes. It may not seem like you have control right now. And that's because you're still in the chained part, okay? You're just in the chained phase. And I say phase because it's not permanent. Anytime you can take a moment, and when your energy changes from that happy, you are fine, everything is good to go, it changes in a split second, and all of a sudden this like bog settles down on you, and you feel like you're made, like you're made out of tar, like, Hexus and Fern Gully, That's when you can stop. That's when you can take your power back and go, wait, is this even mine? No? Oh, hell with that then. I'm gonna feel good. I don't even care what's going on. And that, my friends, is true power. True power is not allowing whatever is going on outside of you to affect how you feel about you. I'm going to say that again. True power is not letting the outside world dictate to you how you should feel about yourself. Period. So when you're able to use your empathic nature and go, wait, is this mine? Start practicing with it. Is this mine? Is this mine? Is this mine? Anytime you get a pain in your body, try that one out. That's like next level stuff. Stuff. I was going to say shit, and it came out stuff. So stuff. That's next level stuff. Is going to, you have a pain in your body, you go, oh, hey body. Truth, is this mine? It'll probably go, nope, not yours. And you go, okay, great. So what do I do with it now? What do you want me to do? And your body will probably give you a picture, an image, a phrase, maybe a sentence, maybe you'll hear music. Your intuition will begin to communicate with you through the senses that you have available to you, because that's really the only way it can, to give you the clues about how you can go about releasing whatever that is that's causing you pain in your body. And is it going to be a magic silver bullet and happen instantaneously? Maybe not, but maybe so. I've had several situations just of my own where, all of a sudden my ankle feels like it's going to start to tweak, and I was like, hold on. Is this even mine? And my ankle goes, nah, this ain't you. And I go, okay, whose is it? And it'll say somebody. Oh, cool. So what do you want me to do about it? How can I move this through? And they go stretch, or go take a bath, put your foot in some water, or it'll just say water, like maybe I'm dehydrated and it needs water to help flush it out. Who knows? Your intuition's going to talk to you on a one-to-one basis, because only you can really interpret what your intuition is trying to say to you. And that is empath next level stuff, is being able to use your ability to not only navigate your outside world better, because you're realizing that all the stuff that you're feeling isn't really having anything to do with you, so that you can go, nope, not having that. Thanks though. That's all it takes. You can stop it in its tracks and go, you know what? Nope. Not mine. So I'm not going to take it. Thanks. Return to sender. That's it. It can be that easy. It can be that easy. I know that as humans we love to overcomplicate things, and we've gotten into the societal situation where if it's not complicated, it's not worth pursuing, or it's not worth investigating, or it's not worth doing. I'm lovingly calling BS on that, because I have discovered along my journey that sometimes it is the most simple things that provide the biggest results, instead of trying to get all complicated about it. So if you want to live as an empath unchained, start to check yourself. Just these little ways, just start to check yourself. You walk into the office, you're doing fine, even though it's a Monday morning, you're like, I'm unusually chipper this morning. You know what, I had my coffee, everything's good, hubby was nice, blah, 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 I'm looking fine, blah, blah, blah. Walk into there, tank. Stop. Ask yourself. Ask yourself in your head. Yeah, Tara says pain is always emotional. Absolutely. Emotional usually from somebody else. Some of the time it's from you, but usually from somebody else. Ask yourself the question, is this mine? Just ask. What harm does it do in asking your own body, your own intuition, your own higher self, which is you? There really should be no separation, but we gotta make terms, you know, right? Ask, is this mine? It's going to tell you no 99.999% of the time. Because, especially in those situations, when you're riding high and you're doing great and all of a sudden you walk somewhere and you tank, it's going to be from somebody else. So once you ask that, you can check it and go, oh, okay, I don't need to feel that way. Because guess what? It's not mine. I can just keep on being happy. Regardless, let them stare you down. Let them give you the evil eye. Go ahead on. Ain't none of your damn business. What is it that RuPaul says? Just, what other people think of me, it's none of my damn business. And those are words I've taken to heart. It's changed my life. So many things have changed my life. But that is a wonderful thing, is to, even though you're an empath, even though you can feel the pressure that somebody is trying to exert on you, you can feel the social pressure, the social control, you can feel the expectations coming at you, you can go, no, that's not mine. I don't want it. Okay, thanks, bye. And that's as simple as it can be. So then that way, you can actually navigate your world, you walk into a room, you can read the temperature without taking the temperature on as your own body temperature, as the metaphor, right? You can walk in there to your boss that's having a cantankerous fit and not feel that is a personal attack against you, because it's not. It has nothing to do with you. Even if they try to make it about you, even if they try to judge you, it has nothing to do with you. And you, as an empath, can realize this. Realize that you are energetically putting out those feelers, and that's what had happened, right? You can take them back. You can retract them in and just go, oh wait, that's not mine. I don't need to deal with that crap. All right, moving on to the next thing. Let me go feel my pretty kitty over here. And she sits over there. It's like, let me go interact with my kitty. Let's go interact with this other coworker who's like in a better mood. That's as easy as it can be. So try to be unchained. Try it out. I'd love to hear how the results go for you. Just start trying to ask yourself, is this mine? Because when it's not, you don't have to take it on. And when it is, in the rare instances that it is, in this particular explanation, in the instance that it is, you know, you can say, is this mine? It goes, yep. And they go, oh, okay, so what's going on here? Just start asking yourself questions. And they can all be in your head. You don't have to say them out loud if you don't want to, but if you're by yourself cooking in, you know, in the kitchen, and all of a sudden you get really, you know, a really shitty feeling, you can talk to yourself out loud. I've been talking to myself my whole life. People think I'm nuts. I have this great story, really quick before I go. Speaking of talking to yourself, really great story of when I was a little kid and old enough to go use the ladies' room by myself, right? So my mom led me into the ladies' room, you know, she'd put me in the stall and everything, and then, you know, she went and stood outside the bathroom, waiting for me to come out. And, you know, about 10, 15 minutes go by, and of course my mom's getting worried. She's like, what's going on in there? You know, this lady comes out, right? And she comes out and she goes, ma'am, is that your daughter in there? And she goes, yeah, why? Is everything okay? Is she hurt? She goes, oh, no, she's fine. She's just in there talking away to herself. She's just talking up a storm. Oh, God. People process that way. So if you process that way, that's totally okay. Just because other people don't process that way doesn't mean that you have to be like other people. We spend our entire lives doing the most difficult thing we could possibly do. Not being ourselves. Let that one sink in. So be yourself. Try it out. Know thyself. Being an up-level, unchained empath is knowing thyself. Asking the hard questions to yourself and going, is this mine? No? Okay, what can I do with it? Is this mine? Yes. Oh, okay. What can I do with it? How did I get here? How do I unget here? It could be that simple. So I'd love to hear how you try it out. I'd love to hear where you try it out, and I'd love to hear about all of your results. Thank you guys for joining me for Wisdom Wednesdays. Thank you to everybody who is here with me live. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and feels and stuff. So as you may have noticed, I'm coming to you from a little bit of a different background here, just to give you guys a little bit of insider knowledge. Frank and I are moving in together finally, yay! Because we've had the two houses, right? So we've been going back and forth and back and forth. But now we are finally moving in together, yay! We found a cute little house that we're very, very excited about. But that means that right now my office is a little bit of a shitstorm. So I thought it would be nice to have maybe a change of pace and have you guys come enjoy the great outdoors with me. So also, really quick before I sign off for the night, keep your eyeballs open because I'm going to be relaunching the Women's Circle again. We've been having a ton of fun on Monday nights. So that's about to come to a close for this session because it is a month-long session. So the next one will be, good Lord, the cicada is like right there. I'm going to come a little closer to the phone then. So the next session is going to be launched in August. I'm hoping for August. Maybe September. Y'all know how things are. With the move and everything. We're going to be moved in by the 1st of August, so I may be able to smoosh it in there somewhere. But yes, so for those of you who are interested in joining us for the Women's Circle, please do let me know. You can feel free to reach out to me privately, and I can get you the links and everything to sign up, get you into the private community for that, and everything will be good to go there. Also, I am about to make a brand new spankin' fresh batch of my Reiki-infused henna. Thank you, April. Well, it's kind of dying off now, but I'm sure that you saw from the last couple of weeks it was nice and beautiful and strong, and I've been getting a lot of compliments and a lot of interest. So I'm going to be making a fresh batch of my Reiki-infused henna and going to be loading it into the traditional cello henna cones, and so those will be available for purchase through me, obviously, through the wall. Sorry, you guys. Those will be available for purchase very soon. Anna, I've already got you on the list, so you know. So for any of you out there who are interested in some wonderful Reiki henna, beauty from the inside out, if you've got, a ladies' night that you'd like to do, hang out with your daughters, hang out with your sisters, hang out with your lady friends and drink some wine, any and all of the above. I've had people use it for bachelorette parties. Any excuse really, just to beautify and sit around and do nothing for a couple of hours while it dries. It is a perfect excuse. I love it. So if any of you are interested in that, please do message me so that way I can get you on the list. And I can get your address and everything like that so that when it is ready, I can ship it out to you. These batches are 1,000,000% fresh. I make them absolutely fresh. There are no preservatives in them. It is literally henna powder, lemon, essential oils. That's it. There's no preservatives. It is the most awesome stuff ever. Actually, there's a little bit of sugar in there too. But still, no preservatives. So it is the most awesome stuff ever. It is wonderful for your skin. My skin's been loving it. So the only consideration is that maybe if you're allergic to citrus. And if you are, you can message me and we can make up a private batch for you just using water. So I think that's all of the announcements that I have right now. There's so much going on, you guys, so much going on. Taylavette and I are coming together, and we are building a whole new, wonderful, fantastic thing. Going to be Phoenix Sisters, a holistic approach to personal rebirth. So she's going to be working and sharing a lot of chakra yoga and all kinds of wonderful things like that. I'm going to be coming to you with the spirituality and the science behind the spirituality so that we can actually have a holistic approach to working on the things that people want to work on. Because usually it's one thing or the other. They have not been combined yet, and so she and I have been bringing that together, and we are going to be launching that very, very soon. So keep your eyeballs on that. Keep your eyeballs on everything. Make sure to join us on the YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Join us on Instagram, and make sure to check out the website, Redesign Your Life Forever. Everything's under Redesign Your Life Forever, so go check us out everywhere. Come join us in all the ways, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. The burp. Excuse me. Thank you for joining me, y'all. This has been wonderful. Been so blessed and honored to be sharing this bit of experience and wisdom and stuff that I've gained from my journey to share it with you to ease your journey. So thank you all for joining me. I hope this was super awesome for you guys, and let me know if there's any topics or anything like that you would like me to cover in the future. I'm always open to suggestions. Let me get out of here before my mouth runs off away from me. I love you guys so much. Have a great night.